Good morning, everyone. It is day 9? Day 9 out here, I think. I'll double check later, like I always have to do, because I never remember. And then it hits me. Some timers it's hitting me, man. But I had a delightful day and a half at Stanimals Hostel around the bend. It was as good as I knew it was going to be. Stanimals, they run a good shop. Period. You're not going to find anything better. Yeah. If you haven't watched my videos from past years, I will say this. I never stayed at a bad hostel on the Appalachian Trail. The only stay at a hostel that I did not enjoy was one that, and I'm not going to mention their name because it really wasn't about the hostel. It was more about the people that were there that made it a bad stay. So this is going to be a short clip because we're about to go up again. Today is up and up and up and up. When you look at the graph at the end of the day, it's mostly up. You got a few little downhills, but it's mostly uphill today. I think a little over 4,300 feet of ascent. That's if I go to the shelter that I've currently got planned. But all right, let's see. Let me just try this a little bit. I don't want to wear myself out because it's going to be a big day. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get my trekking poles. I don't want to wear myself out too early. Finally. And this is going to be a short video clip also because I've got a very short period area here where it's a little level, a little downhill before I go back up again. And again, look at the graph at the end of this video. You'll see. The downhills are just enough to tease you. Other than that, it's almost all uphill. 4,300 feet if I go all the way to Muskrat Shelter. But where was I? I can't even remember. I think I was talking about the hostel. Bunch of cool people there, man. I get a lot of questions, especially when people find out that I've done it before. One of my biggest fears is coming out here and having people think I know it all, blah, blah, blah. That's not what it's about. I try to keep my mouth shut until people ask questions, and hopefully they're asking specific questions of me. They'll see the tattoo on my leg and it brings questions. And again, ask anybody who knows me. You want me to talk about the trail, I will talk about the trail until I'm blue in the face, until I can't breathe anymore. I love this trail. I hate this trail. Yeah, I love this trail. But so I get a lot of questions, especially from the younger folks, and there's a lot of people here that are still unsure about what they're getting into, and so they ask a lot of questions about what's upcoming, and I let them know that, listen, what you're seeing now is really some of the easiest stuff on the trail. And they're like, oh my God. I said, but listen, here's the thing. Don't sweat it, because the farther you go up the trail, the stronger you get, the more confident you get, the more you learn, and it just goes from there. You get better as the trail gets harder, and it kind of goes hand in hand. And I was going to say there's not a single person I've met out here that I don't think can make it all the way. I didn't make it all the way. And I don't pretend that I do. When I tell people that I've hiked the trail, I make sure I'm very clear that I lash hiked it. Long ass section hike. I did 1,400 miles in 23 and 800 miles in 24. So most of these people that I met out here, I feel if they're given the right information and those pep talks, man, that I can give, I think are helpful, and that's what I want them to be. And I want to encourage these people to let them know that, man, you got this. If you got this far, you can do this thing. But this is what you're going to run into, and this is how you prepare for it. Or this is how I prepared for it. Well, maybe it didn't work for me. I don't know, but I try to be more helpful than anything. And I got to hang out for a day with the guy that's packing the 100-pound pack. Interesting character. I like this guy. I wish him well. I worry about him because that's a lot of weight on your body. And I did tell you it was going to be a short one. I'm back uphill, so I need my trekking pole. So Here we go again. Okay, I've got another short downhill slash level. We're going to be in a little bowl section here after the top of the first bigger climb. And listen, I want to say something real quick. Here's the deal. For those of you who have followed me from the past, you know that sometimes I am going to get political. I'm a 21-year military vet. Everything I have in my life is because of my government and my work for my government. I love my country. I love my government. And that's part of the reason I absolutely despise the pedophile in the White House and his band of criminals. They don't give a rat's ass about my country or anybody in it other than themselves. So here's the thing. I had somebody, probably a conservative, I would say at a 99% chance he was conservative, that made a comment on the video that got posted yesterday, or maybe, no, I take it back, this morning, where I had about a 5-minute political rant. His comment was something to the effect of, great video until you ruined it by going political. Dude, did you not hear what I said in that rant? Did you not hear me? Of course you didn't, because you don't care. The one thing I know about conservatives is that empathy is not a word that's in their vocabulary. They don't even know what the frickin' word means. So I responded to this guy saying, listen, dude, here's the thing. I'm going to get political. You know that. I've already been political a couple times. If you don't like what I'm saying on my video, you don't like what you're seeing, don't watch my videos. I don't care. I'm not a subscriber hog like most of the people that are out here doing YouTube videos. I don't have thousands of subscribers. I have 363 now, one less than this morning. Because I told the guy, you don't like me, don't watch me, you unsubscribe. Good. I don't want you to get any enjoyment out of my videos. I don't want conservatives to have any enjoyment at all in life because you're fucking up everybody else's life. Why should you get enjoyment when you're taking it from everybody else? Conservatives, I won't say Republican. I'll never use the word Republican again because the Republican Party is dead. It is now a Nazi party. And if you don't like me saying that, don't watch my videos. In my opinion, conservatives are not Americans. They're people who happen to be born here and enjoy the freedoms that people like me fought for, and they use it against the people that they don't like. Whether it's a Mexican immigrant trying to make a better life for themselves and their family, not committing any crimes. Whether it's, I don't care who it is. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care about any of that. You live in my country, you come to my country, and you do what's right. I want you to be able to live in my country and enjoy the freedoms that we have without a pedophile and a bunch of effing criminals trying to steal it from you. And after living in a conservative community for 28 years now, I know all about taking and giving. Conservatives don't give, they take. They take everything that they can possibly get their greedy little hands on, and they don't care if it hurts somebody, as long as it puts money in their pocket, whether it's through a scam to get disability or workers' compensation or whatever. Stealing at your business when you get a cash payment and the invoices off for all that material disappears. And you don't have to pay taxes to your community, to your state, to your federal government. And then you proclaim to be a patriot. Fuck that. You're not a patriot. You're a thief. So I'll say it again. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, if there's any conservatives watching and listening to what I'm saying right now, please do me a favor. Unsubscribe, block me, delete me, whatever. I don't want you to get any enjoyment out of my videos. I don't want it. I don't do it for you. I do these videos for me. Okay. We're on a little downhill. I didn't mean to have a rant today. I woke up having a pretty good day. And I've had two people past me already this morning. I think I've come probably about 3.2 miles now. So I'm making pretty good time, even though it's mostly uphill. I'm having to stop and rest, but I feel pretty good after a day of rest. Yesterday was a really good day. Let me talk about Hiawassee, Georgia for a minute. Until last year, when they hired a new mayor, they elected a new mayor. The mayor of the town of Hiawassee every Monday would sit on the town square and cook hikers hot dogs, hamburgers, and whatever for free. It was a good deal. Now with the new mayor, I don't know, he doesn't do that. But the outfitter store, and I'll get the name of them later because I want to talk about them too. But the outfitter store that's in Hiawassee, right across the street from Ingalls, where I did my resupply yesterday, they took up the habit. And so every Monday they cook the hikers hot dogs, hamburgers, sodas, and the fixings. It's a good deal. Well, I went into the outfitter store yesterday I just needed one more dehydrated meal, and that's the best place to get them. And I love the spaghetti dehydrated meal. So they had one, I got it. It's a 2 portion, so it's 2 meals. Gotta love it. But when I was in there, just for the hell of it, I went over to the shoe section, and I'll be damned, they had 2 pair of Ultra Olympus size 9 that I wear in my color. Well, one of them was my color. The other one was close enough to that it's not going to matter. But they had 2 pair on sale. The only 2 that I had left for 50% off. I thought, damn, I wish I had some way to carry them. So I went back across the street to Ingalls, waiting for the free shuttle van that Hiawassee provides that goes to the Thru Trailheads, Unicoi Gap, and Dix Creek Gap, and goes to both of the hostels in the area, and it's free. And they do it. They do the run 3 times a day, so hikers can come off the trail, go into town. 3 hours later, they'll bring them back to the trail, and they keep right on going. Or they can go to a hostel. But anyways, so I go back over to Ingalls, and I'm thinking, well, hell, I wonder if these guys would be willing to ship these shoes up to Deb's house for me. And so I called them up, and they said, yeah, we'd be happy to do that. So back across the street I went to the outfitter store, and the guy had the 2 pair of shoes there waiting for me. And these are $180 pair of shoes. I got 2 pair for $180, and free shipping they provided. So here in a few days they'll be shipped up to Deb's house, and I just saved $180. So gotta love it. They had a lot of cool things in this outfitter store. It's the only outfitter store that I'm aware of in Hiawassee. So, if you're ever in the area, or if you're a hiker and you go there, good outfitter store. Good outfitter store. Lots of equipment, lots of resupply meals, and what you can't find there, you can get from Ingalls. Oh boy. All right, level. And way off in the distance, that's where we're going. So we're coming out of this bowl. And then once we get to the top of this bowl, we've got a longer downhill, maybe 1.5 miles. So that's probably our longest downhill of the day. So I am going to put this phone down and use my trekking poles and start humping up this hill. This is one of those sections that just about everything in here has died for whatever reason. You can see it's coming back. It's been a few years because you can see the roadies are coming back, Mount Laurel's coming back, but something came through here and killed everything. This is one of those places that if fire ever gets here, man, woohoo, it's gonna rip through here like crazy. This is all dead, rotten, just waiting for somebody to throw a match on it. Would not want to be caught in this when that happens. I don't remember this being like this when I came through here. I remember a big dead section that I went through, but I don't think it was here. I don't know, I could be wrong. But it's cool how, you know, I love to see the part of it where when it dies, it comes back. I've come probably about 5.3 miles so far. So if I stop, God, I don't even know if I've told you my plan A and plan B. Plan A is to, yeah, I think I did, but I'll do it again. I'll edit it out if I didn't. Plan A is to go, I think it's 11.9 miles to Muskrat Shelter, or go just under 10 miles, 9.8, I believe, to get to Bly Gap, where I camped the last time. And for you people who followed me then, you remember that Mario stayed back at hostel around the bend waiting for a huge Amazon order of food. And this is pretty much, well, this is the last time I saw Mario, was at this campsite up here at Bly Gap. Because that next day, if I remember correctly, we were supposed to go to, I think it was called Betty Creek Gap. And I believe that's where he stopped, but I did not, because when I got there, they were having a bunch of bear issues there. And when I got there, it was pretty obvious why. People hanging their bear bags, or their food bags, 5 feet off the ground to keep it away from the pygmy bears. Georgia has gotten smart and has put bear cables and bear boxes at all the shelters and some of the tent sites here in Georgia. By the end of the day today, we'll be heading, well, we will be in North Carolina, one way or the other, and out of Georgia. Uphill without my poles, not a wise move. I don't think it's too far, just up here. But I watched a lot of people already. What few bear hangs we've had to do. I haven't seen anybody do it correctly yet. Not a single person. All too low, all too close to the tree. Just not proper. I hope they don't cause the destruction of a bear down the road. That would be bad. I suspect a lot of these people, unfortunately, are going to be keeping their food in their tent. Hell, most of them, when I talked to people yesterday, didn't even have a bear hang, didn't have a rope, didn't have a rucksack, didn't have anything. I don't know what they plan on doing. I will be doing it properly. And if I see somebody doing it wrong, like I've seen, I will call it out to them. And the only person who has come back and corrected it was Ella. And we ended up hanging our two food bags together. And, I'll admit, it was hard. It was very, very, very hard to find a place to do it properly. But we did. It takes some searching. You can't just walk out in the woods and say, oh, well, nothing here. I'll just hang it as best I can. You hang it as best you can, you're going to lose your food if it's not done right. I don't want to lecture. I don't want to do that. But it's the same as when I was out here in 23 and 24. People will lose their food if it's not stored properly at the end of the day. That's just a fact of life. And unfortunately, if the bear, once they get a taste for that human food and it's an easy pickings, they're going to come back for more and more and more and more. So anyways, I did not stay. When we left Bly Gap last in 23, I ended up not staying at Betty Creek Gap. I moved on with Navigator and Cole, and at that time Jeff, and we went to a spot. That was a beautiful spot. It had a culvert that brought water right to us. And, but yeah, Bly Gap was the last time I saw Mario. And but so the day after we left Bly Gap up here was when I officially started hiking with my trail sister Navigator. And of course, you folks that have been watching me, you know how close our relationship is, not just with her, but with her and my girlfriend, with my girlfriend and I and her entire family. We have a close relationship. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I cherish it. I will cherish it until the day I die. And I'm so excited that I get to see him again in a couple of weeks. So, yay. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm just babbling, folks, trying to make the time go fast. So, if you just want to watch the trail and not listen to me talk, by all means, turn down the volume and have a blast. I know I had a hard time. I put out a video. You guys are going to see it. You'll have seen it by the time you see this one, obviously, but in the next day or so, it starts out with basically a blank screen, and you need to turn your volume way up. And I put in a little note there, turn your volume up, because it's the owls. And I don't know if it's a screech owl or a barred owl. I think it was a barred owl, but I don't know. I'm no expert. Maybe you guys can tell me, but it's just cool laying in your tent in the morning, getting ready to hop up and start getting ready to go for the day. And you hear the owls doing their thing. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh man, I'm already getting tired, folks. It's probably 5.3, 5.4 into the day. So if I go to Bly Gap, I'm over halfway. If I go on to Muskrat Shelter, I'm getting close to halfway. As I recall, Bly Gap, about a quarter mile past the Georgia-North Carolina borderline. And it's a pretty wide open area, or at least it was. And there was water flowing right through the tenting area. There was a lower tenting area, an upper tenting area, and then even another camp area up above that. And that middle camping area, there's actually a very weird looking deformed oak tree. It's cool. I gotta be careful here, too close to the edge. I've come just under 7 miles, which pretty happy with. I mean, I left about maybe 8:15 this morning. It's about 11:30 now, so that's 3 hours. Yeah, man, I'm rolling pretty good right now. I don't know that. Ooh, look what I see. Is that the water source? I don't see any path to get down. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I definitely want to stop and get water here. I don't want to miss out on an opportunity. So. Shit. Yeah, baby. Rocks and roots covered by leaves are not healthy for you. All right, good place to take a break. You know what? It's close enough to lunchtime. I might just stop and have lunch here. Let me check this place out real good. People have already seen a rattlesnake. All right, don't see anything under there. All right. Water source is down over here. Hang on a second. I'm gonna lay you down. You're gonna see black for a moment. All right. Sorry about that. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow. All right. This looks like people have used it as a campsite. Nothing wrong with that. See what kind of water we got coming out of here. Is it enough? Ooh, I'm not seeing a whole lot here. Yeah, okay, I see. Look here. This is what folks do. You know, there's just nothing more than a trickle here, but look here. See that leaf? They make a little faucet. All right, I'll be back in the bed. I have come 8.2 miles. So, let's see, it's about somewhere around 1 o'clock. Temperature out here is 57 degrees. It's been overcast all day. We just kept it cool. Good temperature, but I'm still sweating like a pig. So I've got 8.2, probably 8.3 now. I've got 7/10 of a mile to get to Bly Gap. Yeah, I'm doing very well today. I'm happy with what I'm doing. It's hard. It's uphill most of the time, and it's some tough ups. Not as tough as they're going to get, but there's some tough ups right now. And but it definitely made Plan B. So I'm definitely going to go on to. I think I got 3.6 to get to the shelter. In a perfect world, I can get there in 2 hours, so 3:30, somewhere around there. I'd be closer to 4 because I'm not killing myself. I'm taking my time. So right now I'm pretty happy with my progress today. It's not the Superman that I felt in past, but I sure feel better today than I have in the previous 7 days hiking, and definitely feel my strength coming back. I think I told you guys, I lost 10, 11, 12 pounds so far. I probably lost another couple today. Everything is kind of going to plan right now, so pretty happy about it. I am excited about reaching the first state border, and that's coming up in the next half mile. So very cool. I have a lot of memories there. That's where I met Mario coming up the trail when he got in late, and good stuff. I need my trekking poles. The next time I open this, it should be at the state line. So I'm just cruising along the trail, minding my own business. What the heck? Somebody stole the sign. All right. We're at the border, North Carolina, Georgia. Somebody stole the freaking sign that was here. What the hell? Come on, people. Well, it doesn't take away from what I've done. I didn't think I was going to get here that fast. Oh my. I hear a grouse doing their little thumping thing. It's pretty cool. I got here real early. I didn't expect to get here till 3 o'clock, and it's 1 o'clock. So, all right, right up the hill here is. I'm going to turn the camera around. Right up the hill here is Bly Gap. We're now in North Carolina. But right up the hill here is Bly Gap, where I spent the night, my last night with Mario and Bluebird. And it's a couple tents, I think. But yeah, I see I see it. But I'm not stopping here today. And I don't know how or why. What the hell? There ain't no way in hell he beat me up here. What the fuck? I have reached Bly Gap. This is one of the coolest trees on the trail. This is one gnarly sucker, man. How freaking cool is that? That is awesome. Very cool. All right, I've got 2.9 miles to get to Muskrat Shelter. If I may say so myself, I'm kicking ass. I don't feel like Superman today, but I'm hiking like Superman today compared to how I've hiked the first week out here. So pretty happy. Listen, I got a steep uphill here, and so I'm gonna definitely need my trekking poles. I have come 10.5 miles. I'm going to 11.9 to the Muskrat Shelter. And I've got, I don't know, about half of that is downhill and the other half is uphill. The last two uphills that I've gone over, luckily they've been short. My God, they were steep. Whoo. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough getting up them. One slow step at a time. One slow step at a time. But we're getting there. 1.4, 1.5. Like I said, half of that is going to be downhill, half of that is going to be uphill. And kind of on a fairly steep downhill right now. I need to be cautious. So I don't have my trekking poles in my hand. I don't need to fall. Because I am tired. I did get here a lot quicker than I expected to. I thought I would get here somewhere upwards of 5, 6 o'clock. And I think it's just after 3 right now. So, oh man, big steps. Oh. If anybody's still wondering about my ankle that I sprained twice the other day, it's good. It just needed a day of rest, and I have had no issues with it at all today. I've had no issues with my knee, with my shoulder, my elbow. The only thing that I'm having an issue with right now are my feet. And they are on fire. So you just keep going. What are you gonna do? Oh boy, big wobbler rock. Don't like wobblers. Yep. Definitely out of Georgia and back in North Carolina. I went under. I wasn't going up and over. Yep. I've come about 11.8 miles today. And, oh man, there have been some tough-ass climbs. That's supposed to be a viewpoint, but I can see that it's already overgrown, so I'm not going up there. But that leaves me less than 1/10 of a mile to get to the shelter and to the camp area. Now, we're in North Carolina, so according to Far Out, there is no bear box or bear cable. There's nothing here. We won't get that until we get up into probably the Smoky Mountains. But so tonight will be a bear hang. I pointed over in the distance, but I know that you guys aren't going to be able to see what I'm seeing. Wow, I didn't realize these mountains were so damn big around here. I think we're up over 4,000 feet, and I see a lot of mountains around us that are above us. I'm going to tell you right now, I am not looking forward to getting to either Knock or even more so Fontana Dam, because both of those have huge climbs going into it. Fontana's the big one. The first 11 and a half miles, 10 and a half are uphill. I just don't feel like I'm ready for that. I probably wasn't ready for it when I hit it the first time, but I did it. So we'll just have to wait and see. If I've got to do it in 2 days, I'll do it in 2 days. But shouldn't be much further. I'm going to come around the corner, and the shelter and the camp area is going to be right there. And I guess it's possible that these folks that I was at the hostel with got out before me, but I don't think so. I'll find out when I get here. If they did, that would explain why they didn't pass me. They were way the fuck ahead of me. But I'm pretty sure I was the first one out, and only 2 people from that hostel had passed me, and they were both young ladies. Those girls were flying, man. They were absolutely freaking flying. I see a sign down here. That's gotta be. I'm ready to stop. I'm tired. I'm really pushing myself out here. Oh, there's the shelter right there. Okay. I see the creek down here. Good deal. I see it's flowing good. So, I'm in good shape. Where is the trail? I guess it's here too. Okay, well this is, somebody screwed up on these places. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. All right, let's see what we got down here. Oh, my first squirrel. Sucker. Oh, there are tons of campsites around here. I'm gonna go up to the shelter, see if anybody's here. Oh yeah, tons of campsites. I think I may take that one right there. There's nobody here. I'm shocked. All right, I'm gonna take a look around and find my best place to set up a tent.